Chinatown's fun. There are playgrounds, tasty foods, and exciting night markets.
Yes, there are a lot you can explore in Chinatown. But there are days that Chinatown is not that fun.
Why, Grandpa? It looks really great there.
Yes, it looks really great there, but it wasn't in the old days.
Really? Grandpa, can you tell me more about that? I love old stories.
Sure, I will recall my memory. They are really old stories. Okay, I remember the story. Story about how Chinatown stood the earthquake. Long time ago, there were no Chinese in San Francisco.
So, Grandpa wasn't there?
No, Grandpa wasn't there. Grandpa wasn't even born.
Oh,
The Chinese came to California because of the gold rush.
I know about that. People find gold and they end up.
Yes, later people rushed to San Francisco when they had hard restrictions for gold mining.
My great-grandfathers had restrictions?
Yes, they did. And in 1882, the Chinese Exclusion Act was imposed. Then most Chinese were not allowed to go to the United States.
Oh, they were really poor.
Yes, and there are a lot more poor things. Chinese were not welcome as they are now. Chinese were often blamed of crimes. It's one of the sad stories, the suicide of Tom Kim Yong.
Oh, that's horrible. Why did he do that?
He's a Chinese government official. One day, when he's walking down the street, two policemen wanted to arrest him. He resisted and was beaten and was tied by his queue to the light pole before taken to the police station. He was held on the charge of assaulting a police officer. Kim Yong felt extremely humiliated and he committed suicide.
It's really sad.
It was lucky that he was an official and his funeral was held through the Chinatown. This was the scene when the funeral was held. The relatives of Kim Yong were playing the music and others.
Hey, Grandpa, didn't you say you will tell me the stories about earthquake? I don't like funerals.
You need to know some backgrounds to understand how hard Chinese rebuilt their Chinatown later. Just now was the scene of old Chinatown. In the early 20th century, Chinatown is quite small. It's mainly around the Stockton Street and DuPont Street. There's a Grand Avenue now. Actually, I've got some old photos from your great-grandfather. Let's have a look.
Oh, they look beautiful.
So, you know about the old Chinatown. Here comes the earthquake. The earthquake started at 5:15 in the morning, April the 18th.
That seems horrible.
Yes, it was. What made things worse was that fire broke out. It spread along those wooden houses, and sometimes the dynamite used by the army to stop the fire actually started one. That's the time when your grandfather's home was burned down, and our whole family had to move. See what the earthquake and fire had done.
Grandpa, don't be so sad.
Okay, let's just watch them. Time flies, and those were the old days. After the fire and the earthquake, some Chinese fled to Oakland, where the damage of the earthquake was less severe. Others mainly stayed in North Beach at first. There were refugee camps everywhere.
Are they treated badly there?
It was hard to tell. No one could complain during such a great disaster. It was lucky that we could get some food. At that time, food was the most precious thing.
So what did Grandpa do after that?
Grandpa wanted to go back to Chinatown and rebuild our home, but we are not the one in control.
Who was?
The San Francisco government. Many white people, including Mayor Eugene Smith and the official James Fallon, longed for the destruction of Chinatown, and this was an opportunity for them to get rid of us Chinese. Our refugee camp was moved. We were first moved from North Beach to Fort Mason, and then to the Presidio. Then they wanted to move the whole Chinatown to Hunters Point, which was not in the city of San Francisco. We were not satisfied, and we fought back.
How did we fight? Using guns?
No, we used peaceful methods. We were helped by the Chinese government. Led by officials Leung Sheng and Chou Chi-chi, we negotiated with the government. Afraid of losing tax and trade from Chinese, and having no alternative lands for Chinatown, the government gave up the moving plan and we were home again.
That was a happy ending.
There certainly was. After the incident, Chinatown continued to develop. More and more new and beautiful buildings were built, and Chinatown grew to become one of the largest tourist attractions here. At the same time, relationships among the people improved.
That's really great.
Yes, it is. But don't forget all those efforts we put to protect it. Times the Chinese and American discriminate each other has passed, and it is you who continue to protect the relationship in Chinatown.